Hi, it's Jennifer. I've had a topic come up a lot this week with some of my clients, and I thought the subject might be helpful for others. Something I called putting it in the library. I don't know anyone who hasn't had traumas and tragedies in their life, but I know a lot of people who are unable to move on from those times of their life. The way they were raised, something that happened in childhood. And some of us have had way more tragedies and traumas than others. And it just seems incomprehensible how you may have had to go through those many things and you don't understand. And you ask why. And you internalize that there must be something wrong. There must be something wrong with you. And there isn't. It's actually the opposite. Usually the people who've had the most trauma and tragedies in their lives are the ones who are meant for more, have a bigger purpose in life, have a bigger audience later in life, that they need those kinds of experiences to understand in order to share. We internalize it so much that we're traumatized. It's hard to move on. It's hard to know who we are. It's hard to become who you feel inside you were meant to be when you've had a lot of tragedies and traumas in your past. I've had a lot, and those who know me knows what those are, but I rarely share them, and I hardly think about them really, because I learned a technique for myself that I call putting it into the library. And what happened for me was, as I grew into helping other people with their lives, I found that all the experiences I had came in handy. It was good to have experienced the hard things in order to be able to help someone else through their hard things. So I learned that I could just put all of the experience, the emotion, the trauma, the tragedy, into a library of my mind where I don't think about it any other time. I don't relive it. I don't communicate it very often unless I really wish to share something. And most of the time, I've moved on from those things. Things that you would think one couldn't move on from. So I learned to put it in the library. I have a library in my mind of everything I've ever experienced. And when I need it to help someone else only, I go and I get that encyclopedia book with that particular drama or tragedy in it, and I pull it out, and then I remember it in order to share it. But I don't remember it with feeling and emotion. It's more of an objective use of knowledge, something that I know from experience that is more helpful, because since I've experienced it, I can really tap into what the other person I'm trying to help might have experienced. And if you could do this with your traumas and tragedies, no matter how recent, no matter how bad, if you could simply put it in the library, it's not to be buried or forgotten. It's not to be constantly relived and retold. It's something that you have experienced for a reason, and you may find that reason later in life. And if you're able to just put it where it goes, in its place in the library, and pull it out and share it when you need without emotion, and be able to just share it objectively at that time, you'll find that you begin to discover all the reasons why you had to go through the experiences you went through. And I don't know if that could be helpful to you. It's been helpful to me, and it's helped a few of my clients recently, so I thought I would share it. That's how I handle traumas and tragedies. They're in my library. I pull them out when I need them, and then I put them back on the shelf. Thank you.